If I be Aproko Minister, I am going to before. Why we call this meeting today is to see if there are ways we can, further enhance the deliberation to be able to resolve it. Because now, from the day I was born, so whatever is trying to divide us is what we have the privilege to fight and make sure that we settle every dispute that within both communities. But also while we are doing that, I also rekindle on the terms of reference that I introduced there in the first meeting that was held. That terms of reference is stated that while we are trying to resolve this, Naiga Mali, that the need for this is to enable us to reconcile long-lasting disputes between the royal fathers of both Asaba and Oko, known as the suit number A1232019, between His Royal Majesty the Asaba of Asaba, Professor Chike Edozian, late, may his gentle soul rest in peace, and His Royal Majesty Falcon of Oko, and two others, now in court. 2. To determine the stipend due each royal fathers, taking into consideration certain factors. It's very important that I also restates these particular terms of reference, because what we're looking at is the geographical size of the jurisdiction of the Kingdom of East 2. And even I ain't sure that we really want to settle the issue at hand. We must consider it, very thoroughly. 2. The number of palace chiefs running the affairs of the kingdom, in conjunction with the paramount ruler. 3. To ensure the issue in contention is amicably resolved and the decision reached is entered as a term of settlement between parties in court. If of course, once more is at the time the HOD legal brief of the previous meeting, that's the minute of meeting that we already held, the table automatically becomes open, but at that time we would not need the intervention of the press. The press should be able to leave us so that we'll talk as brothers to ensure that by the end of this meeting, because we are pushing this meeting to the glory of God, and I believe that God does not start what He does not finish. With the support of each and every one of us here, I know and believe by His grace, by the end of this meeting, I can reach a resolution that will be acceptable to both communities. Thank you so much, and God bless.
Thank you very much for the welcome address. So before we commence, I would like to recap on what happened in the last meeting that was held on the 24th September 2024. The meeting commenced with an opening prayer said by Wechi Adimwokolo, which was followed by the introduction of all persons present. Thereafter, Colonels were presented by the chairman, who thereafter gave his welcome address. In his address, he urged all parties to see this intervention for peace between both communities in good faith and endeavor to shield their swords, as both communities have lived harmoniously since time immemorial. The committee was thereafter inaugurated by the Honorable Chairman, and he read out the terms of reference to the committee. Consent of both lawyers were sought if the reconciliation committee could go on, and they did not object to the meeting. Thereafter, it was suggested that immediate signings be held in honor of the late Asaba of Asaba, Professor Joseph Edozian. During the discussions by the committee members, the issue of boundary was raised by the Asaba community, and it was agreed by all parties present that it was not amongst the terms of reference that was read out by the chairman, and it was agreed to be put aside till further notice. Then the chairman he read out his proposition because his intention was for the long-lasting dispute to be resolved, and there was a proposition he had made of a 70% to 30% for both Asaba and Oko traditional rulers respectively. That is of their stipends. And after much, both communities decided to take a break to be able to discuss amongst themselves. And the meeting was reconvened, and after much discussion, it was decided that the Asaba community pleaded to go back and report to the authorities that sent them to represent them. And everybody resolved to reconvene. No date was given because they said they will send a date, and that is why we are here now. Pressmen were invited later on for the briefing, and a vote of thanks was taken by both the Asaba community and the Oko community. As an aside, I don't know, I also want to create the indulgence of everyone here and mention that the local government council was served a process just this week, and I think it will be necessary for me to mention it here since the councillors are here, and I know you might have gotten wind of it, of the Obi professor and this suit in the court, the addition of Louis Nwabunwanne Edozie asking courts to be joined as a party in the suit already in court. So I don't know, Chairman, I'm not sure you have read of it because you've not been in the office. This matter already on ground, and I think it's necessary for us to understand that since this matter is before us, is a process that was just sent to us. Chairman has not even gotten wind of it. I'll make photocopy. I just said let me mention it here. He's asking the court to. Okay. The applicant is the son. The grants for the application are. Okay, let me just put to the other first. Another of joining for himself and representing the estate of late Professor Joseph. Sir?
Probably without your mic, probably. Of course, if you want me to hint on it, it's all about money or finance. Which let me just clear because you already mentioned it to the press, and it's good that I also clear that fact. The president has worked as one assured me, and I believe everybody here that up to the point of the late Asaba, that his family and all the people that work with him, including almost everybody here, were taken care of up to the point that the dead father passed on. So I don't think.
Okay. That's why I said it's an aside. Yeah, let me just bring it to your notice.
And you must ensure that after this meeting you reply, you send a letter back to the court that he has no right to be here now. It's only Asaba in charge.
Thank you very much, sir. Okay, please hand it over. So this was the minutes of meeting held on the 24th of September 2024, and I think it's now time for us to ask the pressmen to leave so the committee can meet and arrive at a decision. Thank you very much, pressmen. Please, you can step aside. Thank you very much. So I'll hand over to the chairman.